Hi everyone. So I wanted to just go ahead and make this video for you. My overhead tripod did not arrive on time, but I did not want to postpone our Zoom meeting, but I did want to have some sort of little video, especially for the new people, to see what our little paint boring challenge is this week. So I've got a 9x12 canvas, just a budget canvas. I have a 7-ounce plastic cup, and I have Deco Art now has these pre-mixed, ready to pour acrylics, so we don't have to get into mixing paint with pouring mediums and stuff like that, not right away anyway. So what I want to do is I want to have about 6 ounces of paint in this cup to pour onto the 9x12 canvas. I did put push pins in each corner to keep the canvas elevated from my surface, and that also comes in handy while it's drying. I'm working on a pretty level surface, and the push pins are also level, so that'll help keep the paint in place while it's drying. So let's go ahead and pour some of this paint. So I'm gonna do, got 4 colors, and I'm gonna do 2 layers of color in the cup, and we're gonna do it like what they call like a dirty pour. So that means you just kind of start dumping the colors in. And I'm just sort of estimating how much color per layer. See, I'm just putting that right on top. Nothing fancy or specific. Until I get to what I think is approximately 6 ounces of a 7-ounce cup, and trying to just estimate that I'm doing each color pretty evenly. That silver paint looks a little thick, so that might give me issues with air bubbles, but we'll see how we do. Okay, then I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to pour it right into the middle of the canvas, just straight out of the cup. It does seem a little thick because of that silver. I'm going to try to avoid getting any drips there. If there's a little bit extra in there, I might just sort of put it on the corners just to help the paint move as we tilt it. A little around the sides. I do see just a couple of bubbles there. So this is a kitchen torch, like they would use for creme brulee. So I'm just gonna pop those bubbles with the torch real quick. This is also something that you can use to make cells in the paint, but I didn't add any silicone for making cells. We can do that in another video. However, the metallic paint, the silver paint, can sort of create cells on its own. So we'll see what happens. So I just have a piece of cardboard here that I'm going to use as my corner catcher so I don't lose too much paint as I tilt the canvas. And so I'm just going to go to one corner, then pull it back to the center. Then I'll go to another corner. Yeah, this paint is moving pretty slow, maybe because of that silver being a little too thick. Try to corner. Back again. And then one more corner. And then back. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of take a look at my sides. See if they're completely covered. They do maybe have a little spot here on the right and a little bit in the back. So just a craft stick, and we can just kind of pick up some paint. I have wax paper down on my surface to just kind of catch the paint that comes off from tilting. And a couple little spots over here. And then I'm going to take this craft stick and just sort of run it underneath the bottom to catch the little drips of paint that are coming down. Okay, so then the key here is to, let it sit still for at least 24 hours so that the paint doesn't move. So it has time to start to dry and start to set up. And you might notice that the next day, even a couple hours from now, that it looks a little different from when you first poured it as the colors start to do their thing. And I will post a picture of it the day after so we can see the difference. Thanks, everybody.